We're here today to check out some more cricket.
But should we just call it like Cricket Tuesday or something like that?
Cricket Tuesday.
Cricket Tuesday.
Cricket Tuesday.
It was repeating itself. Didn't we just see that?
It's so true, though.
Okay, well, first of all,
true.
Mitch Johnson, Brett Lee, MS Dhoni, with all that boring stuff out of the way, this is a very important, momentous occasion. All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Gabe, the Night Watchman.
And Gabe and I are here for another episode of
Cricket
Tuesday. Let's take a quick break from Cricket Tuesday to hear a word from today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by the Bushmaster Pro by Hunk Up, the latest and greatest in below-the-waist trimming. It has 5 speed settings. Pick the speed that you're comfortable with. It also has 5 adjustable blade settings for comfortable trimming. It's rechargeable. The battery life lasts 120 minutes. Use it for months on a single charge. The Bushmaster Pro has digital display. It's easy to monitor your device status and battery levels. I've been using the Bushmaster Pro for 2 months now. I use it for above and below the waist trimming. The blades don't burn, prod, or pull. It is refreshingly safe, especially for the delicate parts. This amazing trimmer is IPX7 water resistant. You can easily clean it under running water. There's no hidden charges when you buy this trimmer. There are no blade subscriptions or any other fuss. To get your own Bushmaster Pro for a discounted price of $49.99, look below in the description box for the link, and thank you, Hunk Up. That's right. For Cricket Tuesday today, and again, I keep saying this, I know, the videos have been kind of light, and they are coming. I promise we're not quitting. We're not putting our resignation. It's just been crazy. It's been crazy. But we are excited for the Cricket Tuesday. Gabe, who are we looking at today? I think I've heard of this guy. I think I have.
The Wall, the one and only Raul Dravid. And, right now, I think that this is a lost art, honestly. It really is in cricket. There's very few guys that can do what he does. And if I'm thinking about it, it's probably right now, probably another Indian batsman, right? Pujara, where he can stay up there forever. In England, you got Don Sibley, who, they're like, that's where we started. Like, oh, that dude bats at a Sibley pace. You know what I mean? But it's an actual skill to be able to go up there and wear out those bowlers. And of course, in the modern day game of T20, you can't do that, right? Because you got to score. You got 20 overs. You know what I'm saying? And you need to score literally on every single ball, right? You get 120 balls, right? So you've got to score on every single ball. So, but even in ODIs, I think there's a value to having a guy that can wear out those bowlers. And I'll give you an example. One of my favorite bowlers, Jofra Archer, is absolute a monster. He's death in the first, and guys that are critical of him will tell you, oh yeah, but he's not a test guy because he can't give you 15 overs. He can't give you 20 overs. Jofra Archer after 8 overs, look at the numbers, cousin. He gets pumped. Oh my gosh, he gets pumped. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting the shine off that ball, being able to go in there and wear these guys out, tire them out, get into the later half of the day. That is an art, and every team needs a guy like this. The legend of the Wall, Raul Dravid, is one of the, I would say, one of the most known for that. But there's still a few other guys out there.
Yeah, there's a few. He's definitely one of the all-timers, especially for India. He's 6th all-time in runs scored, which is crazy because you think about that Sibley pace, right? That Pujarian effort where it's that wall, Mr. Pinnacle. It's just like, I don't care if I score 2 runs, but I'm going to see 200 balls. You better believe that. It's definitely a lost art, absolutely, but he's still got his. I mean, he's right above a guy you've heard of named Virat Kohli, right? So, I mean, that's just insane. That's just crazy for Virat Kohli because he's still, a lot of people still say he's maybe in his prime, near the back end of his prime, but he's still got quite a few years left in him. Right. He's going to be breaking all kinds of records. But Raul Dravid, everything he touches is gold, for crying out loud. Except for maybe, and this isn't a drive-by, this is just a fact, except for maybe his short stint as a captain. It wasn't really for him. But this guy was an amazing batsman. This guy was dependable at the wall. He is the director of cricket operations at National Cricket Academy in Bengaluru. He was the head coach of the under-19 and India A team from 2016, 2019. And think about the young guns that we have in international game for India that were under his tutelage, right? I mean, this guy and those teams were stacked, Gabe. Those U19
ads, Patical. I mean, bro,
I think Prithvi Shaw was up in there, Sean Kishan. You had all these guys that were just banging it, right? I'm pretty sure you had some international squads like, we don't want to see that U19 squad. We're good, because they were just out of control. And that's Raul. And he makes commercials, and he's hilarious, and he's Mr. Personable. I mean, I would be shocked. I would be absolutely shocked if I saw footage of two people slapping someone just because they were angry with them. Mother Teresa, bless her soul, and Raul Dravid. I would be absolutely shocked. Like, are you kidding me? That's got to be doctored, because this guy just seems like a genuinely good guy. We're checking out this cool video today on Raul Dravid. So, yes, that's one reason why it's cool. Let me find. I got a few videos here. But another reason why it's cool is because this is a video that was created by one of our viewers. And this is about, like Gabe had said, sorry guys, I clicked away from it for a second, about the Legend of the Wall, a tribute to Raul Dravid. This is from CrickBuff Official, and I couldn't find the email. I think it's from That's Your Game. Sorry, I couldn't find your email or your request, but I'm pretty sure he or she said that, hey, this is a video that we did. I would love for you guys to check it out, and that's awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and check this out for Cricket Tuesday, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if you got some love for Raul Dravid. Go ahead and do those things.
All right, Nick, so let's jump into this right now in 3, 2, 1.
Dravid earned the nickname The Wall for his solid defensive technique and his ability to spend huge amounts of time at the crease.
He didn't leave a crack.
During his 16-year Test career, he faced more deliveries than any other batsman in history.
Wow. That ain't by accident.
Whipped away through square leg, and that's another Test match 100 for Raul Dravid. The others may grab the headlines, but Dravid just piles on the runs.
At an 11. Whilst the rest of the team were crumbling around him, Dravid made centuries at Lords and Trent Bridge.
Yeah, fantastic for Raul Dravid. Basically half the runs. We've got a huge
England versus Dravid.
Oh man, mechanics.
Bro, he plays the ball so late. Quick hands.
And it figures he'd be a good-looking guy too. I mean, come on. Can you stand some scratch for the rest of us?
Can a brother get on Lade?
Not even close.
A 100 from 213 balls. Wow.
In his sleep. Look at that score. You have him, I'm assuming he's not too low in the order. 352 off 4. That's what this guy can do. That's what Pujara does for your squad.
Look at that score. England, though, 515. Holy cow. It was a hit parade.
A banger. That was a bit of double century right there. So he just had 150. Yep. 449 balls. Oh gosh. Oh man, that's almost 4 T20 matches. Look at that score. 4 wickets, 96 runs. Look at that. Up to 271. Wow. And again, look at that score, 556.
Wow.
And now it's at 340. Oh! Look at that ball.
Get it out of here.
Oh! Oh, it's a few bounce.
Birds!
Look at the birds. It's not snack time yet. Look at now they're at 481. He's still out there.
Oh, dang.
Wow. Yeah, we've seen some of his catches.
Wow, what a
Oh,
catch.
and sorry for having to do some of the editing on this video, guys and girls. You gotta edit some of the songs out. Oh,
Get it out of there.
wow.
Oh, my favorite umpire.
Of course. Against your West Indies. Oh,
Goodbye.
look at that with Rahane. Rahane is his partner. Oh. Jeez. Who's with Coley? Wow. This partnership, man, they just keep rocking. Look at that. Coley's 2 shy away from a century. Dravid 69. Oh. How dare you? Swan took his wicket. Is this final match?
Looks like that was his final international match there. That's what I heard him say in the background.
69.
The wall stands tall.
Nice.
Get a strike rate right there, Nick. 87.
For one day. Nice. Wow.
Wow, that's from the universe boss. I like that comment.
That was a good one. Jeez.
If you got to put anyone into bat for my life,
Wow.
Brian Lara says I'm going with Dravid. Wow, that's high praise.
He said him or Callis, and Callis is right in front of Dravid for all-time runs. That's a good list. Obviously, he's talking more than just runs totals for the record, but wow. So yeah, we had to splice some of the audio out of there, so we got most of the commentary, hopefully, but we missed some of it, the other ones. But that was a great tribute by Crick Official.
Right.
Excellent tribute there, and Crick Buff Official, excuse me.
Right.
But talking about the wall, I mean, some of those. My favorite quote was the Chris Gale one.
Right.
You know, he can hit like me, but I can never hit like him. That's high praise right there. And you know, the universe boss is not afraid. Yeah, he's not afraid to just tell you what he can do. And in this case, what he can't do. So that was pretty impressive. But again, I'm assuming Dravid was like a 3 or 4, right? I'm assuming he was in that part of the lineup. I don't know if he was an opener. He could have been an opener. And you guys, Dravid fans, are like, are you kidding me? He's one of the best openers of all time. But anyway, he's going to be early on in the lineup, and you have a guy who's willing to eat up balls. He had that double century on almost 450 balls at one point. When you have a guy that's able to solidify and he's going to be in there and you got to chase your 500 or your 600, this guy gives you an opportunity. I would assume most teams would say, let's not get excited about our high score until we take Dravid's wicket. We get his wicket, then we're feeling pretty good about ourselves. Not, even though, India's got some strong players, I think he's that kind of guy where it's like, let's not even get excited until we take his wicket because it's going to take a long time.
Right, because especially in tests, it's like, look, not only you still got to take that wicket. So not only are you trying to get a win, the guy could draw you out. We saw that happen in Australia with India, where they could have easily lost. Was it that second game that they were able to draw? I can't remember. Or the third.
It's the third.
You know what I mean? And there's a value to being able to be out there forever, okay? I know his nickname is The Wall, but I'm going to call him All Day. Because my man's out there all day, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do this all day. Captain America, I could do this all day. Keep coming at me. And Chris Gale's comment kind of shows, because I was looking at it, it's like, man, his strike rates when he plays tests was right at 50, right? 100 on 200 balls, 200 on 450 balls, always right around 50, a little bit under. But he showed you he could also play the other way and accelerate, where he was, getting 69 on 79, you know what I'm saying? 87 strike rate, almost a 90 strike rate, right around that 100 strike rate that you want to be when you're playing one-day internationals. So he has that ability and had that ability, and it's hard because you see it right now, Nick, and we've learned, right? Like, we were watching IPL and we're like, wow, how come this guy? Guys, he ain't a test player. And sure enough, you watch these guys, they get their shots at tests and they're like, oh my gosh. And vice versa. Some, test players just bat too slowly for IPL, for T20. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not such an easy a skill that's so easily transferable, which is why it's impressive that Virat Kohli seems to excel in all 3 formats, right? And he's a captain of all 3, because it's a hard thing to do to switch it from, all right, I'm gonna be out here all day, I'm playing for the long haul, to I got to go ahead and accelerate and turn it on quickly, man. And again, I think that those players, just maybe it's the way they're being brought up now, Nick, and we see it here in American sports, right? You're pretty much at an early age designated to do a certain thing. You're either going to be a power hitter, you're going to be a OBP guy. If you're a pitcher, you're a strikeout guy, you're a ground out guy. They kind of put these players in boxes, right, at an early age, and that's what they come up doing. And that's why even we've gotten used to say, oh, he can't do this, he can't do that. Maybe it's just that they don't get the opportunity, but they've been playing the same way for so long that they just fall into those habits, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. And it's just, I love when someone, and that's probably why I'm a huge fan of Dravid. Not to mention, we have so many awesome viewers that we communicate with that are huge fans of him as well, because he seems like such a humble guy, but he's a beast, right? He's this guy, he's a dragon you don't want to awaken because he's just going to slaughter your entire team. But he just, he played at the same time as Sachin for the most part, right? You're not going to ever, overcome that shadow, but he did a pretty darn good job. And he didn't want, as far as I know, he didn't want to complain. He just did his job. That one quote said that he would walk on glass if we asked him to, if his team needed him to. Right. I love the fact that he is overlooked, and that he is, and not that he's overlooked, but you know what I mean. I love that. I love the humility part of it. That is someone, like Sachin's quote in there about him being an example. That is someone who is a true example, because guess what? You're not always going to be that Fernando Tatis or that Mike Trout. You're not always going to be that guy. Even Mike Trout doesn't want to be Mike Trout sometimes. He's so humble and so quiet. But you still do what you got to do, and don't worry about what everyone else says. and do your job. And that's what it seems like he did. Absolutely love watching videos on the wall. Love that tribute. Thank you so much for allowing us to react to it and asking us to. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to tell us your Raul Dravid stories. We want to hear them. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
That's 6 runs.